Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and I'm very excited to show this one to you. I'm playing through Harakiri, which is this big dungeon crawler campaign narrative adventure game set in a fantasy version of ancient Japan. And disclaimer that I was sent an early copy of this one. I don't think the copies are on the boat yet, or maybe by the time this is airing they are. In this video, I'm going to do a playthrough of the first adventure phase. The game goes between adventure and dungeon crawler exploration phases. I'll post a video soon afterwards with the first exploration phase so you can see the other half of the game, and I should have a review in a few more weeks once I have a chance to play more of the game. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So as I said, this is the first adventure phase in the entire game. So the story kind of starts here, and there is a bunch of narrative introduction. I'll get to that in a second. I'm not going to read all of it because it is very long. You have to read stuff for two of the characters who are particularly impacted by this part of the story. So these are like their own personal adventure books. And then you're also reading a bunch of narrative in the main Act 1 campaign book. So I'm going to skim through and summarize a lot of that, but I'll read the more incidental narrative as that comes up in the game. But for an overview of what's going on in the adventure phase, we'll be traveling over this big map of the world. We always have 4 characters here. You'll meet them soon. And they'll be going from location to location, trying to reach different things. First, we've got numbered scrolls that correspond to missions that are currently out in the game. We've also got tokens for some of our characters, which are personal missions that they don't necessarily have to complete to win the mission, but it could make cool things happen for them personally. In a little while, we'll also have some enemy miniatures coming out on the board, although combat in the adventure phase is super streamlined. It's like a single roll of the dice to see if you defeat somebody or not. And importantly, the adventure phase is fail forward, so I'm going to play through this. I have not played it yet. I've only read the rules, so good chance I'll get some things wrong. Check the notes in the video description or comments to see if I missed anything. But again, this adventure phase is fail forward, so even if you don't do well, you'll still go to the dungeon crawler exploration phase, but things will be tougher and things might change based on your success or failure here. And then for the exploration phase, you do have to play that one over and over until you win it. I mean, hopefully it won't be that bad. We'll see how it goes. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of the mechanics in the adventure phase, let's summarize some of the core narrative going on. So first you have this super thick campaign book, and this is only for Act 1. There's another campaign book for Act 2. And it has an overall introduction, and then it's got an introduction to Chapter 1, the Tengu Forest. So the first main character we meet in the narrative is Tomoe, who is a female samurai focused on archery. And what's happened is this evil shogun, I'm thinking of like the Shogun of the Dark from Ninja Scroll, he's taken over Japan, killed the original emperor, and apparently he also killed or captured, we're not sure, Tomoe's father, who was the emperor's brother. So she's sort of laying low when a Tengu, a mythical Japanese creature, appears to her and tells her that he needs her help, and he's gathering 4 warriors to help stop this evil shogun and save the land. We also meet Hattori, a ninja who lives in the mountains. His wife was taken or killed by the shogun, so he wants to find her and maybe get revenge. Hikaru, a peaceful monk who is angry at the shogun's treatment of the peasants and wants to help them. He's more of like a healer. And finally, Akira, a blinded ronin who's been fought to fight again without seeing by the Tengu, and that's the 4th member of the crew. And they're all brought together in the city of Iga to find out what the Tengu wants of them. And long story short, we find out that the Emperor's son has survived, and he's hiding in the Tengu forest in the west, but now the Shogun has laid siege to the forest, and all paths are inaccessible, and he's sending armies to capture it, and capture or kill the Emperor's son, the last member of the living line. So we gotta stop him. And then we also have some personal stuff going on for Tomoe and Hikaru. So first, Tomoe's story details more about her father being captured or maybe killed, and about her cousin, the son of the emperor, being squirreled away. She used to be a happy young girl, but now she's crushed by the despair of the shogun's rise to power. But she has heard about a hostage being held in Osaka who might know about her father, and a caravan of the shogun coming to Takashima. So she wants to get to one of those, although, of course, again, she might not be able to do all of that while also doing the main mission. Now, as for Hikaru, he was orphaned at a young age. He studied martial arts and learning and like in the library as a monk. And he hates the Shogun's treatment of the peasant class, especially. He wants to lead a revolt against him. So he wants to find objects of power. And his personal quest starts with him seeing sort of a mysterious figure that asks him if he can be in multiple places at once and sort of has like this spiritual ideal going on. And she tells him that there are 3 different quests he could undertake, and they are spread all over the place. And she tells him straight up that he does not have enough time to get to all of them, so he has to choose which things are most important. So one's in Ise to the east of where we start. One's in Takashima, the same as Tomoe's, and one's in Kobe over here. So, yeah, I don't know. It seems tough for him to get to all of them. And then you see these scrolls. These are marking the locations for the main missions. We've got one to the north, one to the northwest, and then one to the south you're not seeing on screen right now. Each of them has its own card, which you don't flip until you get there. So it's just telling us number 1 is going to get us information about the attack. Number 2 is also, they're all information about the attack. Oh, no, number 3 is to seek the support of the Sakura clan, which is Tomoe's clan in the game. So yeah, again, I haven't played this before. I don't really know what's going to happen. But the main timers in the game, first of all, you have this round, a timer. It's going to go on 1, and when it reaches certain spaces, the first one being 4, you're going to have triggers that happen and go into the campaign book. This is all marked in the setup for the campaign. Also, the Shogun's influence in this chapter starts at 4, and it's going to increase by 2 every round. As it gets into these nastier colors, these Shogun cards we're going to be drawing are going to have more negative effects, and as we complete missions and things, we can knock it down. If it ever gets to 12, we lose immediately. If we haven't completed the mission by 6, round 6 I should say, we lose. So yeah, several timers going on, and we'll also have, again, some triggers in round 4 and round 6, the final round. So let's get into it and see how this thing goes and play Harakiri. Alright, so the adventure phase begins with the Shogun's turn. First, the round moves up 1, or in round 1 just goes 1. Then the influence track increases. In this chapter, it increases by 2. That's something that's listed in the chart. So it is in yellow to start out, because I think you increase it the first round. They start us to start on 4, but then I think it increases. Okay, and then we draw the top card of the Shogun Influence deck, and it's marked by chapter. This one only has 3 cards. There is a 4th card, but they said not to draw it yet. So let's see what we got. Occupied regions. The Shogun hordes are advancing throughout Japan. So we resolve the one that matches the current location of the influence, which is yellow. All roads in a territory are considered dangerous if that territory has 2 or more Kachi present. Well, currently we don't have any. Those are like the minions that are going to be spawning soon. So cool, that's not a bad one for this round. Doesn't seem like it's going to do anything. And then finally, any Shogun units would activate, but they aren't here yet. We don't know where the armies are, but I'm sure as we reveal these things in time advances, we'll find out. Okay, now we go to character turns. We can take them in any order. Each character is going to have 3 actions to take. Let's go through what the action options are. So first of all, the most important action in the game is traveling, and you can only do this once per turn. And each character can spend 1 action to gain 3 movement points, although some characters, based on statistics and special powers, are going to have more. Specifically, the way I have them, the monk and the ninja are going to be a little bit faster. But then you can spend extra action points to gain a single extra movement for each one. So you could spend your entire turn to get a base 5 movement. And you can only move once per round, to be clear, so you can't be like 3 movement, 3 movement, 3 movement. That's why being able to spend extra actions for extra movement is so important. Now, each single movement point can take you to a single little spot. So like to get from Iga to Ise, I could go 1, 2, 3. But then, you gotta see what happened in your journey by drawing the bottom card of this little movement deck here. And each of these cards has a green and a red side. The red is generally more dangerous. And that's determined by which kind of roads you use. If your entire movement is on these thicker kind of grayish highways, those are like the main Imperial roads, and those are safer. If you take a shortcut along these smaller dirt roads, even 1 movement over that kind of terrain, then you have to resolve the red side of the card. Now, there are a few other things to do with movement. You can travel with another character. Main benefit of that is that you do not draw one of those travel cards when you do that. And also, it only uses up the character whose turn it is, their once per movement thing. So like if Hikaru and Hattori both traveled like this, they wouldn't have to draw a travel card. And then if it was Hikaru's turn doing that, Hattori could later burst away and do their own travel during their turn. So it kind of lets you eke out a little bit of extra movement when you can. But when you do that, you use the lowest movement of the characters involved. So if Hikaru, who has 4 movement, went with Akira, who has only 3, they would be able to move 3 total. And also, you cannot spend extra actions to boost the distance you move. So that 3 or 4 or whatever is the max you can go. The other special movement involves ports. You'll see that there are these little port icons on some of the cities. And for 3 movement and 10 coins, we have 0 at the moment, you can travel from 1 port in a given ocean or sea to another port. So there's like 3 seas, one in the north, one in the west, one in the east. And I should have said when you travel only one space, you never draw a travel card. So it's only if you travel 2 or more spaces. Yeah, I think that's everything for movement. That's the most complicated thing. The rest is pretty simple. Other actions you can take if you are in a location with a scroll or with one of your character's tokens, you can interact with it to progress that mission reading in the campaign book. If you're in a city, you can use an action to interact with the city's tokens. Here, Kyoto has all of them. Blacksmith lets you buy new armor and weapons, or sell armor and weapons, or repair armor that's been damaged in combat. Again, we have no money. This little icon on the right is the market icon. You draw some cards from this big market deck that a lot of it is like consumable things like potions and such. And again, you can spend money to buy them. And then the middle one with a bowl of ramen, yummy, is the inn. You can spend an action and some money to heal yourself if you're there. There's also sanctuaries dedicated to different kami, sort of godlike figures around the board. Like here's Hachiman, the kami of war. And you can spend an action and 3 karma, which again I have none of, to level up your affinity with your kami. Because at the start of the campaign, you pick a kami for each of your characters. So, for example, Hattori the ninja has Izanami, who is sort of the queen of the underworld and one of the original 2 kami who created the Japanese islands. And they get different bonuses as their affinity goes up. So for now, Hattori has the known path ability, which means he'll always succeed at resurrection rolls, which is like if you're defeated, you have to try to resurrect and have potentially negative things happen to you. Whereas for Hikaru the monk, I went with Inari, the kami of rice and like foxes and kitsune and things like that. And it's giving him nine-tailed fox. That's why he has 4 movement instead of 3. Characters also have starting armor, starting weapons. Each of us has this special item that the Tengu gave us. Once per adventure, we can use this to tell somebody else about a quest, which is kind of a cool mechanic thematically. We'll get to that when it actually matters. They also have their life, which is based on their level. You can go up to level 5. And then you start with one of the abilities here. This is your kami affinity. This is their armor based on their armor. So like Hattori has shinobi armor with a 1 armor. Sorry, now I'm throwing a lot at you. So Hattori has this like agility and stealth skill that gives you extra movement. This one is like spirituality. This one is knowledge, which lets you use better items. This one is strength, which makes you better in combat. But yeah, the main one's going to matter in the adventure phase is this one right now. That's why Hattori can move 4. Okay, and there are some final actions. You can work or camp in a city or in another location to heal a tiny bit or get a little bit of money, just if you have extra actions left. And you can attack Shogun units if you're in the same space as them. You just roll based on your weapon and try to defeat them. And you can share and change your equipment and stuff as a free action during the round. Okay, so I got 4 people. What do I want to do? I got to get down to Gojo for the main mission, up to there for the main mission, over to here for the main mission. And then along the way, I do want Hikaru and Tomoe to kind of go. So it seems like maybe, Hikaru could reach that place immediately, Issei, but then he'd be totally out of position. So maybe he should go west or north where he could at least help out the others. Tomoe could kind of do the same thing. They could even maybe travel together. Yeah, and Akira is a little bit slower, the blind swordsman, and he can just go anywhere. He doesn't have anything like specific personally stake in the game. Same thing with Hattori, I guess. All right, so let's have Akira go first. So Akira's going to spend 1 action to move, and I'm going to send him to Gojo this first mission here. So we'll take some unsafe roads, because it would take forever to take these safe ones. So that's 1, 2, 3. He doesn't need to spend any extra actions to do anything. And we draw the bottommost red event. And we're not supposed to look at this yet. If you're playing multiplayer, you have them read it. But let's see. White and black. You find 2 young men arguing with an old man over a curious game. One of the young men kicks the table, and the black and white stones jump in all directions. Does this go? They accuse the old man of cheating them out of 10 gold. Decide. You go your way, or you try to make peace among the men. Akira's like a samurai. He does have knowledge, which maybe might help with diplomacy. And he also has traits that might affect these kind of things. So this is one of his skills. The skill, part of it is only applicable in the exploration phase, but he does get this little trait. So he has the survivor trait, if anything asked. Now, Tomoe has diplomacy, so she probably could have done better here, but I don't know. I feel like, let's try to make peace. I don't know. Okay, if you have Onyx Pebble marked and your name next to it, read 102. If not, do a 7 strength test. That doesn't sound good. So tests are resolved. You roll this die. It's just a 1d6, but it has fun little kunai or shuriken-like things. So then you add your stat. Akira's strength is 0, so he can't get to 7. Oh, but 5 was actually pretty good, so he was close to solving it. So we resolve the bad one, and it says, your show of force has made the young men furious. You offer to compensate them if they will leave without making a fuss. Lose 20. Well, I guess they're still furious because I don't have any money to lose, but that one is done. Goes to the top, so no harm, no foul there. Okay, now for Akira's second action, let's go ahead and check out this second quest token. And then for his third action, maybe he can work in the city. So I take the second mission and I flip it over. And it's saying unlock the block paths. Ooh, this is going to help us get to the Tengu Forest. So I'm going to read 3 in the campaign guide. The Gojo Council receives you. At the head of the table is their oldest member, who addresses you with a worried voice. We are aware that the Shogun has found the Emperor's whereabouts and now controls the Tengu Forest and its surroundings. We sent more troops to the area, but we've received reports that the main roads are blocked by well-defended barricades. Nobody knows these paths better than the residents of Tamba. This knowledge could give us the chance to take one of those surveillance posts by surprise. Maybe your presence could persuade them to lend their scouts? Maybe there's another way of opening a safe passage to the Tengu Forest, begins the youngest member of the council in a trembling voice. According to legends, an ancient spirit of nature lives in the forest. If you make offerings in some shrines and sanctuaries, maybe the kami will allow you to take control of the creature. Dadrabochi left this world long ago. It is just nonsense, exclaims the elder. Perhaps, but it may be worth trying. I feel like Akira would go for the villagers. We're going to go to 21. All right, so it says place 1 clan token on Tamba. I'll talk about that in a second. When you interact, read the conclusion section of this mission card. All right, that's all the way over here. So, clan tokens. This is kind of, again, a cool thematic thing in the game. So only Akira knows this information that we need to go to Tamba, so he can go here and interact and do the next step of the quest. But if, for example, Tomoe went here, she wouldn't know what the heck is going on. She wouldn't be able to do anything. So one thing you can do when characters reach the same space as each other is share information, even if one of them continues moving and passing through in the same action. And that would mean that, for example, Tomoe would get to put her clan token here, and now she could also go to Tamba, because she would know what the deal is and what they need to accomplish. But a nice little bonus in this first mission is this thing from the Tengu. I can share information on a single active mission once per phase. So each of them, once per adventure, can flip this over, I guess, to tell somebody else where it is. So we don't need to do that yet, but whoever gets closest to Tamba first, Akira can let him know to go there. All right, and sadly, he can't move again, so he'll go ahead and work in the city and get himself 2 coins. And then he'll try not to lose it to angry Go players. All right, next, I think I might want to send Hattori with his 4 movement up to Hikone and the first token, and then maybe Tomoe and Hikaru can head to Kyoto for the third one. We'll try to get all the information we can. So Hattori is going to go next. He has 4 movement because of his stealth agility skills, so he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. So he still has 2 actions left as well. He'll use his second action to investigate this. So we're getting information about the attack. Looks like we're going to spawn some people, defeat all the Kachi before they reach the Tengu Forest, so we're going to 12. The leader of the spies of Akone meets you in his office. Our operatives have told us about the taking of the Tengu Forest. Moreover, reports say that more reinforcements are traveling there. You must stop them from getting there, or the Emperor will be in great danger. Okay, so we're going to place, enemy miniatures on a whole bunch of places. So here are all 6 of them, and oh man, I wish I had done Akira's turn second, because look, he could have attacked this guy in Gojo with him instead of getting 2 money, which would have been much better, because now they're going to move for free at the end of each round. The Kachi advance 3 locations to Tengu Forest. They are not affected by the closed roads. If they reach the forest, place their miniature on this card. You can spend 1 action to battle a Kachi. You need to deal at least 3 damage to remove the miniature, gain 1 head. You can sell those for money and decrease the influence. It'll decrease the Shogun's influence. But if you lose the fight, you take 1 damage. You can repeat the attack. And then if we eliminate all the Kachi, we'll read something else. If at least 1 Kachi gets to the Tengu Forest, then we lose. Yeah, and they all immediately move on the shortest path available. So 1, 2, 3, and I guess 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that'll be nice and easy. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3. When distances are equivalent, you can choose how they go. Okay, then this guy, where is he going to go? I think the northern path is fastest, so he's going to Saruga. Oh, and the Nagoya 1, 1, 2. What's faster? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Okay, I think this is faster. 3. All right, well, that sucks because they're going to move again at the start of each round with the Shogun's turn. Oh, crud. I got so excited by all that stuff. I forgot to actually resolve the movement for the ninja. He went over all safe roads. So let's see. The Lost Girl. As you pass through a devastated village, you think you hear someone in tears. You approach and see a frightened girl. Okay, if you have at least 1 spirituality, the girl trusts you. Nope. If not, the girl sees you in panic. She runs away from you and you are not able to find her. Well, that's sad. All right, Hattori has 1 action left, so he'll go ahead and get 2 money, just like Akira. All right, now things got way more complicated. I want to get Tomoe and Hikaru to the West fast to fight. Let's see, can Tomoe get to Osaka from where she is? Oh, there's actually somebody in Iga for them to fight as well. So Tomoe could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that would get to her to Osaka. So I would only need 1 extra movement, although she would be going along the more dangerous things. Then she would have 1 action left to fight this guy, and then she could do her thing before moving out next turn, maybe. So sure, let's do that. 2 actions for Tomoe to go 1, 2, 3, and then +1 from the second action 4. But because she went over smaller roads here, she's doing the red tracks. You found a large group of Kachi. Although you have the element of surprise, it's going to be a tough fight. Yeah, I'll attack them. She's like my strongest character, I think. Oh, got to do a 7 attack though. Uh-oh. So attacking works a little bit differently. You don't just roll the regular d6. Instead, this is like a simplified version of attacking in the exploration mode. Normally you have a quick attack and a heavy attack like option, but here you just use heavy attack. So these are the dice you're rolling. Red is the most powerful, green is the second weakest. I think orange is the worst, and purple is in between green and red. And there's all these other things on the card, but none of them matter, like range and weak attack and this yin-yang bonus. Instead, you're just rolling those dice. But then you also add your strength, which is 1 for Tomoe. So she's got to get 6 on the red and green. That seems tough. The dice have white and black dragons. That doesn't matter at all in the adventure mode. That's only for yin-yang effects in the exploration mode. And then they have a number of dashes from the way numbers are written in Japanese. So you've got 1, 2, 3, and then the 4 looks a little bit different. So I guess what we really want, is it even possible? We want that to beat these guys. Probably not going to happen. Okay, we got 3 plus her strength of 4. Not enough. I guess I shouldn't have attacked a giant group of enemies. So I receive... Oh, God, what is that? I haven't read the exploration rules. Hold on. Oh, geez, I got to roll 2 red dice and take that much damage. Ugh. All right. Okay, only 2. Now, I know in the exploration mode, your armor prevents damage. Thinking she just takes 2 damage and goes down to 8. She's okay. Okay, then for her third action, she's going to try to attack this guy with her. So there's 1 action. She only needs 3 this time, and she has 1 strength, so she needs to get 2 on these. That should be pretty... Whoa, barely, but she did get it. So this guy is defeated. The Shogun's influence goes down to 5, and she gets a little demon head token. If you take an action in a market, which is the only one not in Osaka, you can sell regular heads for 10 money each, so you can actually get pretty rich from killing things. And sadly, that was her last action, so she can't do her token yet, and she might not have time to. She's probably going to have to hunt down Blue here. Okay, now Hikaru needs to book it. Somebody needs to catch that purple guy. He's so far along already. Yeah, so let's see. If he goes like 1, 2, 3, 4 to Kyoto, then this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, and then from Kyoto he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so he could reach that guy and still go to Kyoto this turn. And he moves 4 for 1, so he could fight this guy, move to Kyoto, interact with number 3, and then next turn just rush his butt over to take care of the purple guy. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and have him attack. He does the Ancestral Bow. He's got orange, green, and purple, but no red. And he's got no stats that help him, so he just needs 3 straight up here. Gosh. Okay, we're not rolling anything above 1s, but at least we defeated that guy. That lowers the Shogun thing by 1 again. And Hikaru is headhunting 2. Then second action, he'll move 4 thanks to his Kami bonus. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That was all along safe roads. So let's see. Fireflies. As you prepare to make camp for the night, you spot lights in the distance. Investigating, you find a clearing filled with firefly lights blinking everywhere. You feel an ancient power in the place that permeates your entire body. Here, the spirits of nature seem to be present in every corner. Ooh, we gain a karma and we heal 3. Although he's not hurt, but the karma's nice. Because remember, 3 karma and an action at a sanctuary will let you get your Kami level up 1. Okay, then final action, let's get the third part of the main quest going. Hopefully it doesn't spawn more people. Upon arrival at Kyoto, you were informed that the daimyo has traveled to the castle of Osaka to discuss important matters. He will be able to receive you there. Oh, place 1 clan token on Osaka. So interesting. I don't know. Maybe I could have him pass a message to Tomoe, and then she could find out. But then who's going to defeat this blue guy? Maybe Akira can reach them? We'll see. Oh, you know what? I think I just messed up, didn't I? Yeah, because Hikaru moved along safe roads, but all roads in a territory are considered dangerous. That territory has 2 or more Kachi present. And the territories are based on these little things. So, well, there aren't 2 bad guys in the Fireflies clans area, so that was okay. But then when he moved to Kyoto... no. Actually, there's no enemies in Kyoto. I mean, I guess it's kind of unclear where the boundaries are drawn, but I think this wouldn't have affected me. All right, so that's everybody's turn. So we go to round 2. Shogun goes back up to 6 where they were before, and now we have a different card going on. Without leaving a trace. The energy of the Shogun that dwells inside his followers consumes them completely when they die, leaving no trace. Oh, do not gain heads when defeating enemies. I was just getting excited about having some money. All right, so no bonus from fighting people this turn. And now we get the movement. So blue's going, what, 1, 2, 3 probably? It's got to be the fastest path. And all the rest are over here. Purple's a really bad one. We already know that he's almost to the forest. Orange. Oh, is that a road? 1, 2, 3, I guess is the fastest. And then green, I think, going this way was the fastest, or maybe not. They kind of all seem equidistant. It's definitely a little bit tough to count the nearest place when they're so far away. Okay, now nice thing is I do see that if Hikaru can go here, Orange is going to come to the exact same place, and you can just like kind of wait for him. So how can Hikaru go that far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that will take, oh man, that'll take 2 actions. So he'll have to succeed at his role there, or we've already like failed the main mission, which is a bummer. Well, might as well see how that'll go. So yeah, he's going to spend 2 actions. He's going on unsafe roads. 2, 3, 4, 5. Flames! At the outskirts of your destination town, a house is engulfed in flames, burning fiercely. As you approach, you hear the desperate cries for help from a woman trapped inside. Without hesitation, you rush into the scorching fire to try to rescue her. Perform a, stealth 5. He has no bonus to that. 1/3 chance. Nope. You don't revive in time and receive 5 damage due to severe burns. Ugh. Hikaru has the least life of anybody, so he's down to 3. Oh my gosh. But hey, whatever. It's fine. We're attacking this guy. We're gonna kill him. Because if we don't, that would really suck. Oh, 5. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Crud. I wasn't supposed to roll a red. I'm supposed to roll a purple, so I still need to get 1. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I defeated this guy. I don't get ahead, but I do still push back the Shogun influence. Alright, so heck yes. The immediate crisis is averted, and we have lots of chances to kill Orange when he moves up. But now we do have to get somebody to stop Blue. I don't think Akira can get there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it would take all his actions. Tomoe can get there, and she'd just need 1 to move, 1 to attack. She has the red and the green, only needs to roll 2, so she has a pretty good chance. So what if I do Tomoe's personal quest and then move out? Oh wait, hold on, crud. I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, so she can't, right? Yeah, 'cause she doesn't have money to take like a boat there or anything. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would take her 2 actions, and then she needs the last action to attack. So yeah, she's just gonna move. They are all major roads. Contaminated, that doesn't sound good. The road winds through low hills. Around a bend, you see a dark, slimy puddle on the ground. As you get closer, you see it's a strange blackish liquid filled with squirming, drowning maggots that leads to some nearby rocks. I'm gonna continue on my way. You prefer not to risk it and leave. You soon forget the trail. No effect. Yay! Of course, I don't know, maybe something good would have happened if I had gone for it. Okay, now she's using her last action to attack. She has red, green, and she gets +1 from her strength. Ooh, 5. Way more than enough. So influence goes down to 4 again, and once again, she doesn't get any bonuses. But she can go back to Osaka. All right, it seems like Hattori should be able to get this guy pretty easily, right? Yeah. So he has the best weapon of anybody. So I feel like he can probably get some money first, then go there, and then kill the guy. So yeah, he'll take 1 action to get money again. Then he'll move 1, 2, 3. He actually didn't need to use all his movement, but it's definitely an unsafe road, I think. I mean, yeah, it looks like maybe all of the snow roads are unsafe. Oh no, I see. There are some that like look normal here. The pursuers. You have been aware that you are being followed for some time now. You start to pick up the pace, but you know you will not be able to maintain it for long. Ooh, if we have +1 stealth or +1 strength every day. With great effort, you manage to leave your pursuers behind. Oh, I still lose 1 life. Hattori is my other weaker one, goes from 9 to 8. But look, he's got orange, green, red with his Kusarigama. Friggin' great. Okay, boom. That's 4. Enough. Ooh, and this is great. That brings their influence down to 3, so even with their increase next turn, they won't get to yellow. All right, now what do I do with Akira? Well, I think he should go to Osaka and maybe talk to that daimyo we were trying to find. By the way, you can trade information about regular clan tokens. You cannot trade information about your personal quest. Like, only Tomoe can go to Osaka. I can't send Akira there for her. So sure, we'll go 1, 2, 3. That's just a basic thing. It's going to be another red thing. Mysterious way, you walk down a dark path. In the background, you see an old ramshackle hut. The light of a fire glows inside. This sounds bad. As you approach, you hear screams inside. Through a window, you see a man begin to transform into a giant wolf. 6 tails sprout from his back, and 2 enormous blades emerge from his hands. When the transformation is over, his gaze focuses on you, and you suddenly lose sight of him. Well, wait. This is Akira, so I didn't have sight of him in the first place, but that's fine. At once, a shadow swoops down on you from the roof of the house. It spares your life, but I take 5 damage. Why are we getting hurt so much? Kiri's got 6 left. He's fine. So he's going to go ahead and... Oh, I guess, who is it? Hikaru is the dragon one. He knows about this. So he's going to flip his little thing over to say that now Akira knows about it too. And for second action, Akira will go ahead and check out Osaka. Oh, this is fun. Look, it would be a different result if we were Tomoe, who's from the Sakura clan. After a short wait, the daimyo of the Sakura clan receives you. The old man starts talking. My apologies for the delay. I was told you would come. What brings you here? He says, gesturing you to sit down in front of 2 steaming teacups. You inform him of the invasion of the Tengu forest by the Shogun's army. The old man replies, Yes, we are aware of these movements and have already taken measures. I'm trying to rebuild the alliance of the four clans. I have the unconditional support of the Dragon Clan, and a moment ago I was in a meeting with the daimyo of the Mountain Clan to sign a pact with them. However, the daimyo of the Firefly Clan didn't want to attend the meeting. Then he sits at his desk and starts writing a long letter with a series of demands. A few minutes later, he rolls the paper, signs it with wax and his clan's signet, and adds, "Perhaps he'll listen to you," handing you the letter. "Go to Issei, oh my god, that's far, and deliver these conditions to the daimyo. If he doesn't accept them, tell him that he and all the members of his clan will be treated as allies of the shogun. We cannot allow the assassination of another heir to the throne." Okay, so we can make a choice to travel to Issei or not. I think Hattori or Akira should be able to make it there. So we'll do 25. Okay, let's see, mission completed. We gain 10 money. We activated the fourth mission card, which we put to the side. We mark one box next to the Sakura clan. I'm totally honest. This is a big box game across 2 boxes. I do not know where the thing that you mark stuff on is, but I'll just remember that we have one for Sakura clan. Akira's got 10 now. He could go eat some ramen to heal. He could take a boat. Okay, all right. We got to get to Issei. We knew what that was. Now, interestingly, it doesn't say anything about placing a clan token. So I guess anybody can go there? I mean, I don't know. I'm just going to put Akira's token over this to show that he needs to tell the people about it, because I think that makes sense. All right, Akira has one action left. He could spend all the 10 money he just got to eat some ramen. You heal your level +2, so that would heal him 3. I don't know yet, because again, I haven't played beyond this. I don't know if like our current life is going to carry over the exploration phase. Let's hope it doesn't, and get 2 more money. And that's it for round 2. We're doing pretty well, I think. All right, so we're going to round 3. Round 4, something new will happen. The Shogun influence goes to 5, but it's still green. And we're resolving our last card of this. So I'm assuming we'll do the 4th card that I put to the side in round 4 is probably what that's going to be about. Terror. The people of the cities are terrified by the imminent attack of the Shogun. Blacksmith shops are closed. Okay, and there would have been more things closed if it was worse, although I don't know if I have the money and time to deal with those anyway. And then this orange enemy, "Oh, hello, what are you doing here? Murdering you," is what Hikaru would say in his, peaceful monk way. Yeah, it's the only one left. Cool, so we're about to complete mission 1. Oh, that's right, somebody needed to go to Tamba to actually open the paths, so I guess that could be Hikaru, or maybe Akira, or Tomoe, but she's got her stuff to do. This game definitely makes you make tough choices. I really want to get at least one of Hikaru's quests done, because it did say that if you don't do any of them by the end of the adventure, then like you get a negative thing marked in the book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would take 2 actions for him to get there. See, maybe he tries to kill this guy and then he'll let somebody else go to Tamba. Or I mean, Tomoe could come up here and do it, right? But Akira is the one who actually knows about it, and he technically has nothing else to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he could get there with his entire turn. And then we've got 3 rounds after that, so I figure it'd be okay for him to explore it the next round. And that way Tomoe could go back to Osaka. Yeah, I like all this better. But let's see what's going on with completing mission 1 first. So Hikaru is going to use 1 action to attack the guy. Orange, green, purple. No bonuses. Heck yeah. Oh, and the head thing is gone, so now he actually gets a head for killing him. Okay, so that was 1 action. I forget which of like his little story quest was that one, but for a second one, he can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and that's right. With his 3rd action, he'll add a movement to go 5. That was all along nice roads. Oh, first, we do need to read what happened in the quest, don't we? Okay, if you've eliminated all the Kachi, read 1. The Emperor's son is not safe yet, but you managed to prevent the arrival of the Shogun's reinforcements at the Tengu Forest. Okay, so he gets 10 money. All the characters who defeat at least 1 Kachi gain 1. Reduce influence by 2 and get 1 box next to Dragon Clan. So Cred, who defeated? Everyone except Akira. That's definitely what it was. Everyone except Akira defeated one of the guys. So they each get 1 karma. That gives Hikaru 2. He only needs 1 more to level up his Kami skill the first time. Okay, now other 2 actions. Go back here. And it's all safe. The river crossing. When you reach the bridge across the river, you see it has been destroyed. You advance for hours along the shore until you discover a way to cross between some rocks. Okay, if you have 1 plus stealth, no. If not, you slip at the edge and the current drags you for several kilometers. You lose 1 action. I think I'm lucky because I already used all my actions, so I don't think it hurts me more. Okay, then, what was it again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that's all of Akira's actions to go there. That was certainly not a safe path. The pack. Oh man, not far away you see a pack of wolves harassing a man trying to defend his flock. Decide. They haven't seen you, you walk away without moving back. Okay, they haven't seen you, you walk away from the scene without looking back, or save the man. Akira's pretty strong. Last time this didn't work out though. I'm gonna fight, maybe? Okay, got it to 6. Okay, so Akira's got an immortal blade, orange, green, and purple. Those are all the weaker ones. And then he's also got the sharpened blade from Hachiman. That's going to give him I think that's +1 success, +1 damage. This is a attack test, so he's got to get 5. That seems pretty iffy with the rolls I've been getting. Oh, crud. There's a 3-side to purple. 3, 4, 5. Yay! Plus 1, 6. A blind Ronin defends a farmer from animals. I get 1 karma, which is good because he didn't have any yet, and 7 more money, and he's rich. Yeah, so he's got 21 money. To show you, each person has an alternate armor they can buy at level 1 for 45, or an alternate weapon. Now, you can only have 1 armor at a time, so like if he bought, where's his? If he bought this solitaire armor, he would have to get rid of his Ronin robe and sell it for half price. But for the weapon, which for him is a bow, you can have 2 at a time. So he could like switch back and forth between bow and sword. But yeah, he doesn't have enough money for that yet, and he has gone as far as he can. Okay, now let's have Tomoe go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, cool. She'll have 1 action left to investigate Osaka after we do our safe road journey. Lack of food. The weather in the past few days has made you travel slower than expected. You've already used up all your travel rations, and you still have a long way to go until you reach the next town where you can buy food. Stop to hunt or continue your journey. I want to get her action going, so I'm going to continue my journey. I lose 4. I figured it'd be something like that. But yeah, since she had an action left, I didn't want her to fail. And then we'll do 1 to do her story in Osaka. So these ones come from her book. For Osaka, we're going to 503. In Osaka, you ask about the rumor that a high-ranking official is a hostage here. You hear that there were many prisoners, and a remarkable number of shogun troops mobilized and took them to the Tengu's forest. The large number of troops suggests there were important prisoners. It's imperative to follow them. The most obvious reason to take prisoners into a forest is to kill them all. Okay, so we get to mark hostage, which will have some importance. I'm guessing in the exploration phase when we're like actually in the forest fighting. So that's cool. Now, she won't get the negative for having done nothing. I don't know if she'll ever have time to get to the other one, but at least she knows some stuff about her dad, maybe. And then I guess that leaves Hattori to go all the way down to Issei for the last part of that quest. Where was he? Was he here, I think? God, it's far. So actually, it's not that bad. I just counted and it's 8 spaces, so he can go halfway this turn and halfway next turn. So he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, a basic dangerous move. But then he has 2 actions left, so he can heal some. Or actually, alternatively, he could go 5, 6 for his last actions, and then he'd have only a safe move to get to Issei. Yeah, it's probably smarter in the end, right? Alright, so that's his entire turn, and the ruins. On a hill, you find the ruins of an old mill. Who knows what treasures it hides? You decide to look. If you have that, you find something. Nope. If not, you rummage around. In the end, you shift a beam you shouldn't have touched, and part of the structure falls on you. 2 purple dice worth of damage, and I lose 1 armor. So yeah, armor is a track, so it can decrease as you take special kinds of damage. I can go to the blacksmith to repair it, although he doesn't have enough money to do it. And then also 2 purple dice worth of damage. 3. Ouch. And again, I'm not sure if my armor should be reducing this before I suffer it. Maybe. If so, you'll see a note on the screen. But that's okay. He can heal or get some money or do some other stuff next turn. No problem. And what might be a problem, I don't know yet, is what the heck is about to happen in round 4. So now the final turn is round 6. We move the token there. We're going to read an entry for 4, and then this is about to increase to 4, so it'll still be green. To the south, the ground beneath the fields of crops starts shaking. A huge army marches, raising all in its path. Led by a terrible Oni, his huge axe can slice a man in 2, and his demonic look fills all his enemies with terror. It is said that he belonged to the personal guard of the demon Enmadayo, ruler of hell. The Blood Oni marches toward the Tengu forest. Okay, place the Blood Oni miniature in the Firefly clan territory. During the next round, it'll move to the Sakura clan territory, and during the last round, it'll move to the Dragon clan territory, ending the adventure phase of that round. By then, if none of the characters in the Tengu forest read 11. Okay, what's this? Draw the Shogun's influence card, Blood Oni. It remains active until the end of the adventure. Do not draw any more Shogun influence cards. And move the Bell token to 7 on the influence track. Okay, so he's a big baddie. Maybe he'll be the boss, but he's just hanging out in this like territory overall right now. And here's the card. This stays active. Right now it's green. Any move in the territory where the Oni is located is considered dangerous. Okay, that makes... Oh, man, I wasted my stupid... He's going to make the ninja get negatively affected. When it goes to orange, which will next turn... Because, yeah, this is going up to 4. When it goes to orange, it'll be any move in the territory where the Oni is dangerous and the stores are closed. And then when it's red, which I don't think it'll get that high, is considered dangerous. The stores will close and you'll lose 1 damage if you're in the same region anytime you move. Wow. All right, but it's not going to be too bad. So we just need to do some stuff. What kind of stuff you might ask? Well, Hattori is going to go to Issei, and Akira will use his little talisman to tell him what to find there. Hikaru is going to do his quest there, and maybe he'll have time to get down here. Maybe she'll have time to get up there. And Akira will do that one, and then I assume he can just go into the village. So we should be able to finish in round 5, I think. I don't know if there's any kind of bonus for finishing early. Maybe we could wait until round 6 and just try to get more money and stuff. All right, let's start out with Hikari in his sadly no longer safe passage. He'll move for his first action. The idol. Hidden behind some rocks, you discover a small chapel where a golden idol is kept. Indiana Jones taught me those are dangerous. Claimed to be not of this world. You're puzzled that everyone seems to worship this object. You feel it is not the way a kami worshipper should behave. Decide. You pray to the idol in the hopes that it'll aid you on your journey, or you continue. I don't think I'm going to pray to some false idol. These rituals should cease, but you don't have time for that now. No effect. Okay, cool. All right, second action. First, I'll have Akira use his one-time thing. Hey, Hattori, check that out. Or was it? Oh, we're talking to the daimyo of the other clan, right? The Firefly clan. So this is 4. And we get 7. Okay, so Akira's from the Firefly clan. Tomoe is more official. I'm kind of worried that Hattori is the one doing this. Oh, this is interesting. I got to give the daimyo the letter or destroy it. Because, like, it was a demanding letter, and maybe... I don't know. I'm a ninja. I think I'll be honorable. The daimyo has been reading the letter you handed him for a while, and his face is getting darker by the minute. You begin to think that giving him the letter from your clan leader was a great mistake. When he finishes reading, he throws the letter on the fire. Instinctively, your hand goes to the hilt of your weapon. We agree, he says, and all your body relaxes automatically. He is right. It's time for setting our pride aside and doing the best for Japan. We have a very powerful common enemy who took away our emperor in the past and now wants to do the same with his son. We were aware of the gathering of troops around the Tengu Forest, and I already sent some men there days ago. I will put them at the orders of the Sakura clan and mobilize more. I hope this alliance will allow us to repair relations between us. Cool, okay, so I got 2 for the Firefly clan and 10 money. I don't know what all these marks will mean. Probably, maybe they'll help in the exploration phase. Alright, cool, and I guess I'll get 2 more money. Again, not sure if I should be trying to heal or if I'm going to go into battle. Ooh, actually, I am at the blacksmith. Maybe Hattori should get his armor repaired. Well, he can wait until next turn. All right, next, let's have Akira investigate this, and that is his token. Okay, if you've reached Tamba, you do this one. Oh, that's right, because we had a different choice, so 4. Okay, and this time Hikaru, who was friendly with the peasants, would be first. As you walk through the streets of Tamba, you begin to hear murmurs. You perceive distrust around you. You know it will be hard, but you must make these people trust you. Perform a 3 test. I have no bonuses for that. All right, so still 3 is pretty good. All right, we got it. All right, so it says we get to pick one path. I guess I'll pick this one that's closest. And every round we're going to take away 1 token. So I guess it'll be clear at the beginning of round 6, and then he can move in. So I don't think Akira's going to go very far. He's just going to, like, get money. So yeah, for his 2 actions, he'll just work for 4 money, which gets him to 25. Not bad. And that does mean now we have as much time as we need for both of our other characters to try to get to their other quest tokens. So let's have Hikaru spend 1 action to do his here. It's a good thing you chose to go to Takashima. You arrive in time to quench a fire at a Dragon Clan shrine. How did this even get started, you ask? It looks like it erupted all at once. A monk shakes his head sadly. There was so much of value here. We have plenty of water. And we thought we were ready for disaster, but a horrible creature came, a big winged demon carrying a scythe with a giant demon's head. It blew just once in passing, a breath of fire that engulfed everything. I have no idea what it might have been. An old woman, a senior monk, disagrees. We only got a brief glimpse of the thing. That confused us, but our scholarly tomes discuss this demon. Come, I will tell you. She gives you a few scraps of information about the monster, but you don't learn enough to know what you might do. Seeing your frustration, she says, if you ever have the chance, I'm sure you can learn more at the Dasojin Shrine. Okay, so we get fire and destruction. All right, interesting. And now I definitely want him to go down to Kobe, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 would be safe, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe we should go 5 this turn with all his actions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a safe road. Sorry, I counted without seeing if things were on screen. So this is all green. Wait, did I go into this guy's land? I don't know. I'm going to say that it's safe. Okay, so the figurine. On a small altar at the foot of an ancient oak tree, there's a little silver figurine surrounded by offering. As you approach, you get a better look. Okay, I have 3 or less. Yeah. Oh man, Hikaru has 2. A flash of intense light exposes your soul and the value of your actions. Gain 1. Oh, cool. So Hikaru now has enough to level up his kami, so he'll maybe try to go to one of these statues. I think you can go to any of them. It doesn't need to be the one that matches your actual person. All right, now I think Tomo is going to say, what's up, as she goes the other way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. She'll just go to Kyoto for her last action, 5. And again, I'm not sure if that counts. Hold on, I think there's a map of like which things are actually in the regions. Yeah. Yeah, I guess they are going through the bad area, aren't they? All right, so let's take away that nice thing and redraw those for Hikaru. Oh, there's still the figurine. The figurine shines brightly, and you feel an intense burning sensation. You are not worthy of the kami. So you receive 2 orange worth of damage. Darn. It's definitely worse. It's just 2 total. Of course, that leaves Hikaru with 1 life left. Yikes. Okay, and then Tomoe on her way to Kyoto Lair. You decide to explore a fascinating grotto. Gradually, your torchlight becomes dimmer and dimmer. You hear a splashing sound a few meters away. You draw your weapon. What the heck? 5, but she's got +1 from her strength. But her bow is only red and green. Oh, ice. That's 4 + 5. The inhabitants of a nearby village thank you for wiping out the herd of kappa that were destroying their rice paddies. You gain, a head and a karma. Awesome. It's Tomoe's second head. Cool. All right, so new day, new round. So we go to 6. We're in yellow now, which means the stores are closed in his region. He moves to the Sakura lands, which means I shouldn't have sent this guy so far out of the way to get safe passages. It's not going to be safe anyway. Dude's got some stuff. Okay, Akira's going to get 6 money. He's just working the land like a boss. Hikaru, he only has 1 life left. I'll take a chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has 1 action left. It's dangerous because of the Oni. Please don't kill us. The confusion. You are stopped by a Shogun guard patrol. You are immediately surrounded. Oh man, we're gonna die. Purple, green, orange. We need what? 6? Give me a what? What? Whoa. Do we get anything cool? We get another karma! Yay, the karma that he didn't get. And I guess the E. They forgot to change the Spanish end. And 5? What? Is that 5 heads? 50 money? What the frig? Thank you. Oh man's got 7 heads. He's definitely going to get some money going next round once the Oni gets out of here so we can use the towns again. Okay, so for his last action, let's go ahead and see what's up in Kobe. Near Kobe, you notice a scorched area. You realize that you must investigate it. There are many dead animals here. Many of them died from fiery burns, and many seem to have been running in crazed fear as they died. There are clear signs that 2 enormous yokai fought a duel to the death, but they broke away from the combat and each escaped in a different direction. Their combat wounded the ground itself. One immense yokai used fire to advantage, but you cannot see exactly how. The other immense creature seemed more intelligent in its movements, as if under control of a smart, evil mind. Sometimes it bit, tearing animals in 2 or seizing a bite of its opponent's flesh. You'd like to know more about both of these yokai, but time is short. Should you concentrate on the yokai that spewed fire, or the yokai controlled by evil intelligence? Oh, interesting. If you focus on the second one, Mark, mind control. I already know about fires and destruction. Okay, so cool. I got both. I wonder if that means that I don't need to go to the last place because I might have already taken care of things. Maybe, but all I know is that was lucky as heck. I haven't even looked at what happens when I get defeated, so I don't know what would have gone on. All right, Tomoe is definitely going through dangerous territory again. It's going to take 1 action to get there. Bad decision. Perhaps the idea of looking for a shorter route wasn't a good idea. The fatigue from previous journeys takes a toll on you, and to make matters worse, these paths don't allow you to progress as quickly as you expected. Stop and search for a safe place. Decide to take a short break. Let's search for a safe place. After a while, you come across a beautiful pond. You lie down next to it and lose track of time. Delayed. What does that mean? Oof, loses all remaining actions. All right, that's okay. She has 1 more round to do the mission next turn, but that hurt. Okay, now Ninja Buddy over here is just going to get 6 money like Akira did, and then maybe he'll fix his armor next time. Okay, and that takes us to what's going to be the final round. So this is going up to 8. So shops are still closed in his region. We're at round 6. The Oni's in this territory. See, I am kind of confused about whether I need to be in the Tengu Forest already or not. Because, they said to move the final round thing to 7, but they say, when he gets there, we check if we're already in the forest or not. So I'm going to be nice to myself and say that I can move into the forest this turn, but I am pretty unclear. Yes, we'll have Akira work twice, and then he'll walk here for his last action. So we get him the pond. You camp near a pond. In the middle of the night, for some unknown reason, you wake up and see a reflection in its waters. You realize that you have no face. You have transformed into an Operobo, a faceless spirit. Unnatural terror takes hold of you. The next morning, you are unsure. Was that real, or was that a nightmare? Oh, we lose 1 action, but we already used all of them. Okay, Yukara's going to work for 4 actions as well. Oh, wait, no, he's not. He's going to go because the guy's out of his area. He's going to spend 1 action to go to the market and sell his 70 gold worth of heads. Gives him 80 total, and he gets to look at 3 items. Kodama's Essence. You may reroll any die except the black die. This is for the fighting exploration phase. Shikigami's spell. You and your allies each gain 1 action. Seems pretty darn good. You know what? Let's buy that. Why not? Then I'm also going to have him go to the blacksmith for his 2nd action. And buy his 2nd weapon, I think. Or maybe his other armor. Let's see. So his current armor is Celestial Armor. Oh, whoops. He can't lose Karma due to travel events. Did that ever happen? Oh, and Jesus, Hattori has +1 movement inside its clan region. I didn't realize he's helped. Oh, and what the frig? Look. Akira's his +1 money when working. How many times did he work? I'm just going to give him 5 more money. That seems maybe a little bit less. Okay, but sorry. So that's pretty cool. Or traveling by sea costs 1 movement less. That's really expensive. Now, I'm not going to buy the other armor. But let's spend 40 to buy the Summoner's Sword. Looks like It'll tend, ooh, a red and a purple are the best dice, so it might do more damage on heavy. Not sure about light, but it can, what is that, poison people maybe? Well, it's cool to have options regardless. That still leaves Hikaru with 25, but I want him to move because then he might die, remember? So I'm not going to have him go get his Cami boosted yet. He'll just get 2 money. Okay, Tomoe will take 1 action to see what her second story thing is. You were fortunate to find the commercial caravan protected by suspiciously high-ranking shogun soldiers. Not too many soldiers either. You found a good vantage point to pick half of them off with your bow. One servant Kachi remained behind, too frightened to run away, but the rest of them, little bastards that they were, all fled. There aren't any prisoners here, a great disappointment. The caravan was carrying loads of documents, some of them likely to be important. You interrogate the Kachi before you let him go, and he tells you how to find a camp that holds high-ranking captives, even some from the Sakura clan. The Kachi bursts into tears, telling you that he wishes it had been his fate to stand guard at that camp, an easy job where he would have been safe. He has probably given you one more lead to waste your time, but you can't ignore it. You've got to be quick, however, because the soldiers who fled might return with reinforcements. You decide to destroy their mission by setting everything on fire. But first, you search as fast as you can, looking for anything important. You've got to be smart now. Can you find the right documents to read? Probably not. I don't have that skill. Nope. At least the Kachi told you how to find another prisoner camp. Mark the Tamba camp. Alright, and then she'll work twice. And then Ninja Boy over here will work twice and then repair his armor for 10. Okay, and let's see. Luck is on the hero's side, and the scales have tipped in their favor. They have broken the tight blockade that the Shogun maintained over the Tengu forest. The hero's enemies have become disorganized and seem less prepared. In addition, some of the roads are now clear. This is only a small victory. They should beware of overconfidence, for appearances can be deceptive, and every indication of success may be a trap. Tomoe, Akira, Hattori, and Hikaru must prepare to fight for their lives and for the life of the rightful emperor. Can we mark box 1? Next to advance to the resistance, go to page 15 to start the next exploration phase. If you're playing in Yomi mode, I know there was a Yomi mode, then mark 1 box for each person defeated. But that is it for the exploration phase. I'll leave some notes on things I did wrong once I talk to the publisher. We'll have the dungeon crawling exploration phase soon, maybe this week or next week. And then once I get through a bunch more of the campaign, the review overall. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good gaming, and I'll see you at the next stop.